Okay guys, we are winding down my Christmas DIYs. Okay guys, what you're going to need for this DIY, and this is optional, these snowflakes, again, optional. But you will need an ornament, trims of your choosing, whatever you like, pictures that have been printed on your printer, and measure the size of the ornament, and then that will determine how big you want your picture. And something to put in the back of the ornament. I used this boa. It kind of, to me, represents angel, the feathers, angel wings. So an ornament, for what I'm doing, an ornament, a boa, printed out pictures, trim, and some iridescent snowflakes. Your ornament is, if it's dusty or whatever, that you clean it up. These are plastic. You're going to take your top off. These bigger ones have a wider opening, which work a lot better, I think. Alright, so let's cut this out. Can't believe Christmas is just around the corner, guys. It's almost here and gone. It's almost here and gone. Here's my picture, my ornament. So what you're going to do is I'm going to roll it this way, printed side together, and I'm rolling it ever so loosely, so it isn't so hard to straighten out when I go into the ornament. And at this point I always think, how am I going to get it off? How am I going to get it against there? But it works. It always does. Okay, so now I have it where it's flush against the ornament, and I like these kind of a saucer shape. To me, these work easier than the round, although I will be doing one with the round to show you. But here we have the picture, and now I'm going to cut a piece of the boa. And I'm going to stick that in behind the picture, and then you're going to have to kind of work around the feathers. Need two pieces, I would think. I'm going to cut this little piece off. Okay, let's see if I can make this work to where I don't need to make yeah, I think I did. I don't think I'll have to. So I'm thinking that one boa will get me 5 or 6 ornaments. Perfect. Now we're going to add some of the iridescent snowflakes. And you can add this before or after the boa, just to give it a little bit of sparkle here and there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the top on, and then we'll come back and we'll embellish. Okay. I want to do this one with a different trim, although it looks like they're in the snow, so maybe I'll just do a different pick. I'm going to do another snowflake and just put it right over the top of this ornament. So there's that. I took a part of this pick and I put on 2 pieces of it by the snowflake. Now what I'm going to do with another pick, I'm going to take a couple of these little white, well, they're from this. I'm going to take a couple of those and glue onto here. So let's do that right now. Just that. What do you think so far? All right, let's see. That just gives it just enough pop. The red in her, oh, it's a sweater. It's a, I think it's a scarf that she has on. But it's just going to bring out, there we go. Okay, let me show you what I've done so far. I'm trying to get this glue, these glue threads off. Okay, I took a part of this pick and I put on 2 pieces of it by the snowflake. Now what I'm going to do with another pick, I'm going to take a couple of these little white, well, they're from this. I'm going to take a couple of those and glue onto here. So let's do that right now. Let's get another one. That. What do you think so far? Alright, now I want to see if I want to add a red berry because she has a red jacket on. I just realized that. Oh shoot, these are all where's that one I had? Hold on. Alright, let's see. That just gives it just enough pop. Yep, I'm going to do it. I like it. It goes with the red in her, oh, it's a sweater. It's a, I think it's a scarf that she has on. But it's just going to bring out, there we go. Okay, I wanted to tell you something also. Not only does using the boa make the back look finished, so you're not seeing the picture, you know, just that piece of paper there, because even if you put something like this, you're still going to see that picture unless you fill this up a lot. So I like the way this works. Plus, it helps to keep the picture in place. So I really like using the boa. Okay guys, I'm back and I have been looking for particular pictures that I wanted to put in these ornaments that I'm making for my family. And I am using just inkjet, no laser. I want to put pictures on both sides. So I took out from my paper, and it's a little bit heavier. It's the front of the packaging, and it's working out perfect. So I think I have just enough to do 2 here, just enough to do here. So I'm going to do another one. So let's do this. I want to keep this particular one that I'm using for a pattern, so I have it for next year in case I need it again. So much easier when you have what you need already and you don't have to figure out how big to make it, or, you know. And what I did to get this size is I just took this off the lid of one of my containers that holds some of my washi tape, and then I just made a little top part, which I'm going to use with thread, and I'll show you how to do that so you don't lose the picture inside of here while you're working with it. So I'm going to cut this out and get another picture to glue on it. Pictures, different sizes, to see which would fit on here the best. What I did is I put tacky glue on one side and then put a picture, then turned it over and did the other. I was going to let it dry, and then I realized if I let it dry, it would become stiff. Because what you have to do to get it in here, like I showed you with the other one, I think I showed you, you have to roll it loosely to get it down there. Well, if I waited to do that and it was completely dry, it would either crack it, I was afraid, or put a crease in the picture. So that was a little bit tricky getting it in there because it's still kind of wet, and to try to get both sides to kind of, you know, uncurl, you have to be really, really careful. Now, if you only had one side and not two sides to the picture, see, I have two sides here. When they were first dating and 20 years later. So I did both. So they're pretty. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. It's enough to where you can see them and they're not too curled up. I could use maybe a tape gun, you know, with a little tape. I just don't know how it would work. I don't know if it would come up or whatever. What I did is with the tacky glue, and it did work. You just have to be a little bit careful. Okay, guys. The one that I was doing with the, when I did the tacky glue and did the two sides together, it just didn't work. What happened is the condensation got so bad that it started to make the color of the inkjet drip. So I had to just scratch that whole thing, and I just used one picture in this round bulb, and then just again put the white boa that looks like feathers in the back, and then a little bit of sprinkles here, and then I'm going to embellish this one. And then the other one that I did, the same way as I did this one, I don't know if you can see the condensation in here, but I'm going to leave this one until tomorrow and see if it just dissipates by itself to where I can still use it. If I can't, I'm going to have to take it out, and I have one more bulb, and I'll just do one picture. So we'll see what happens. So for now, I'm going to get out my embellishments, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, I just got done with this one. And all of them kind of have the same theme, and you'll see them in a few minutes. I'll show them all to you when I'm done. But this is the round one. That's my son and his wife. There it is. And I think this will be a nice gift and a keepsake for many years to come. Okay, we are on to the last ornament, and then I'm going to take you and show you all of them completed, and also the paper bags I made to put them in. Okay, everyone, we are back, and I am going to finish up my last ornament for my son and his family. So I have out the picks that I'll choose from, the embellishments. This dried well, no condensation like the other one did. I just don't get why that other one. The only difference I did, and I will tell you this in case you do it this way, I did dry the picture a little bit with my heat gun, so I don't know if that made the difference, but it wasn't completely dry, so I'm not sure. Whatever. If you don't want to do the tacky glue, I guess you could try the glue stick on both. I just don't know if it would adhere good enough, to be honest with you, but you know, go ahead and see what you think. Do it your way. So I think I'm going to put a little bit of sparkle. I'm not going to put the boa in because you're not going to be able to see my granddaughter if I do that. It's going to cover her up. So I'm just going to put some of the snowflakes. These as embellished as you want, or you could just put the picture in and put the top on it and call it a day. It just depends totally on your own decorating style. Some people like very, very little. Others like it really embellished, and I think I'm in that group. All right. So now that I've glittered up myself and the Christmas bulb, see how that stuff sticks? But like I said, it's just going to give it a little bit of shimmer. All right, what I'm gonna do right now is clean. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to thread this through the whole of the ornament. Always with this round one especially, leave a little bit of this tip. It's so much easier because you can control it with the thread. Once I get the embellishments, this thread will glue on. I'm not going to bother tying a knot or anything. Just going to wrap it a couple times. Weird, I can move this from this side of the glass from the electricity of my body. Watch. See this right here? Do you see that little speck? Watch. Do you see how I moved it down? Is that bizarre or what? I'm running out of embellishments, guys. I have to buy. That I might buy. Remember I was telling you that I don't really buy after Christmas sales? Isn't that weird? But I don't. I'm ready for the next one, and I want to spend my money then on the new holiday, which will be Valentine's, because I'm going to do a Valentine's home tour and some DIYs. So my money goes towards that, but I do think I will get some picks, so next year I have more of a assortment. That boa, those feathers, man, when they get into something, they stick. On these round ones with the pictures on both sides, I have to make it look decent on both sides, you know, so when you're looking, it's not like on an ornament where it's just one-sided. But these are a little bit harder to deal with as far as something to hold it. The flat ones you can just lay down. It's weird. They're just the pancake one. I don't even know what do you call them? I don't even know what you call them. They were easier to work with as far as setting them down and not having to prop them up with something. But I am pleased with these. They turned out really pretty. Next year I'll have to do my Santa ornament. I was going to do it this year, but I just had so many other projects that I wanted to do. Obviously I didn't get to it, but I am going to make that a priority for next Christmas. Right. So let's... Again, because this is a two-sided, I'll put one on this side as well. These are so pretty. These are really old. They're plastic, but they're really pretty. I want to keep a couple of these for my Santas that I do next year. I think I'm going to start my Christmas DIYs probably in October and have them ready to go up. Because waiting even until November just doesn't give me time. Because uploading is a process, you know, the editing and everything. That looks cute. Doesn't that look cute by them? And then I'll clean the bulb off once I'm done because it's got the threads from the hot glue. Thing is with this glue, it melts these little white beads because they're styrofoam. So you don't want to put too much. It's coming along. I just put whatever looks good to me. Jingle bells. Kind of hidden in there. Here. See what I do? I look at it and then I start thinking, oh, maybe I better put that, you know. Good stuff. What I'm going to do now is put the there you go. That's what it is. That's it. That's all she wrote. So now we'll go down and we'll look at all of them. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to go over these and show you. This is my daughter and her husband, and I did theirs in a glass round ornament. And I added this little fur ball that I got from Michael's. I thought it was so cute. They were at Disneyland on a date. So I just wanted to capture that for them. There's another one now I did with the, see, it's like a disc. I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know. These were very easy to work with. Very. See how pretty the bowl looks? Looks like feathers, and it hides the picture. Some wintry looking embellishments. And over here, I didn't use so much of the wintry look. I just used pine and a snowflake and some berries and a pine cone. And then my son and his wife, I did theirs more of a wintry look. I really do like that flocked look. So that's the round glass one. And these are plastic. This one I did with a little bit of both, a little bit of a wintry look and then just the greenery. So I thought that turned out pretty. And then this is my other son and his fiance. And theirs, I think, took on a real wintry look. I love this cranberry color, these little berries. And a little snowflake. And then over here, the one that you saw me making, my son and his family. Made it look as nice because my grandkids are on that side. So I'm very pleased with the way that turned out as well. So, okay, and what I did to put these ornaments in, I just took brown paper bags and embellished them because these are sizes, I didn't want them to be squished in a little bag, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to make my own. So to put these in, took some doilies and some tags, Christmas tags, and embellished with those because they were so pretty. And then I just took a hole punch and punched some holes to put the ribbon through. So here's that one. One has the wrapping paper that I used this year for my wrapping, so it'll go with just wrapped packages as well. And I just did it with a glue stick. And then embellished. Let me hold it up. With some trim. So there's that one. I cut this end out with some decorative scissors. You can see it's scalloped. This one I just cut with straight scissors, and I just cut the doily in half. I'm able to use one doily for 2 bags. And then the last one is a combo of Santa with the wrapping paper, because this Santa is also wrapping paper that I use this year. So there we go. There are the bags that I embellished, and I'm going to use those for the ornaments that I made. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I can't wait to do other DIYs and just get together with you guys for the next year coming up, and let's pray that this is a wonderful year. So remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that, guys. You take care. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.